evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Richard G. Mayer. Welcome to HKW Wednesday night and 4 big qualifying matches for the HKW World Heavyweight Championship Tournament. HKW Pure Bedlam await us here tonight. And we are going to waste no time at all getting into qualifying action. Very first match here tonight is going to be a Falls Count Anywhere contest. Heading to the ring first, Dylan Bradford going to get his shot at qualifying for the vacant HKW World Heavyweight Championship. Be on the line in an 8-man tournament from HKW Pure Bedlam on November the 18th. The entire landscape of the HKW changing over the course of the last week when Christopher Chaos was fired and thus vacating the HKW World Heavyweight Championship. Cameron Logan Lionhunter making his way out here to the ring, and Dylan Bradford not going to waste any time going to meet the future Cameron Logan Lionhunter. These two former Untouchable members gonna get it on here, and things starting off up on the entranceway between Cameron Logan Lionhunter and Dylan Bradford. Cameron picking Dylan up and dropping him down, vertical suplex for Dylan Bradford. Of course, no disqualifications in this matchup, and falls do count anywhere. And Cameron going to take advantage of that. Early on, looking for the cover. Dylan quick to kick out. Cameron going to take a peek underneath the ring. Has a hold of a sledgehammer. Perfectly legal here in this matchup. And of course, at HKW Pure Bedlam, we found out that Quintessential will be putting control of HKW Friday Night Frenzy on the line against Donald Cash. Both men going to be selecting teams to represent them. And if Quintessential's team is victorious, Christopher Chaos going to be granted his job back. However, if Donald Cash's team is victorious, we are going to see a new man in charge of HKW Friday Night Frenzy. Christopher Chaos being given a temporary contract. Aaron Wolf jumping into the ring and dropping Cameron Logan Lionhunter out of nowhere. Cameron Logan Lionhunter getting his bell rung here by Aaron Wolf. That's the second week in a row that Wolf has made sure to make his presence known when Cameron is near. Cameron able to come up with a reversal there on Dylan Bradford and dropping down to take a rest into the corner. Can't say as I blame Cameron all that much. Cameron locking up Dylan Bradford, dropping back into the submission hold. We've seen so much success out of those submission holds from Cameron Logan Lionhunter, who catches a head back into his nose as Dylan Bradford manages to escape. Bradford jumping over the barricade, and now Cameron giving chase to Dylan Bradford. Bradford, the big right hand, knocking Cameron right back over the barricade. And this time, It's Bradford who catches a right hand and finds himself tumbling over the top of the barricade. These two guys fighting here right in front of a packed HKW nation. Bradford, big right hand into the face of Cameron Logan Lionhunter. Cameron slamming the body of Bradford across the bottom of the ring, and Cameron going to try and take control here. Lining up Dylan Bradford. And Cameron with a huge boot into the face of one Dylan Bradford. Here's a cover by Cameron Logan Lionhunter. And that's able to get him a 2 count. Bradford escaping the pinfall attempt after a huge boot to the side of the head. A head that was wedged between Cameron's foot and that ring post. Bradford back to his feet now. This fight continuing where it started, right here in our entranceway. Both men would love the chance to move on to HKW Pure Bedlam and compete for the HKW World Heavyweight Championship. Cameron Logan Lionhunter, a former HKW champion. It may have been short-lived, and a lot of people would say it was under some very unique circumstances. But in the history books, Cameron Logan Lionhunter is in fact a former champion, and now dropping Dylan Bradford back again up on the stage. Trying to hold on to that submission hold, cannot keep a hold of a tight grasp. Dylan Bradford in a dangerous position here. And Cameron Logan Lionhunter throwing Dylan from the top of the stage all the way down to the floor. Dylan's body has to be racked with pain. And now Cameron, big shot to the side of the gut of Bradford and a cover. And that's going to do it. Cameron Logan Lionhunter picking up the win over Dylan Bradford. Here tonight on HKW Wednesday night, despite the best effort of both Bradford and an interfering Aaron Wolf. Cameron Logan Lionhunter will advance to HKW Pure Bedlam. I'm in a different lane. I just wake up every morning and go get the change, do my own dirty work. And a shot at the HKW World Heavyweight Championship. Aaron Wolf did his best to just try and silence the future. Cameron able to kick out after that huge shot from Aaron Wolf. Finally tossing Dylan from on top of the stage down to the floor and claiming victory. Ladies and gentlemen, congratulations to Cameron Logan Lionhunter. Stay tuned, we have some huge HKW action and more with the HKW Apocalypse Championship on the line coming up next. HKW Brimstone. Jeff Lawless was unseated as the HKW Apocalypse Champion by Sid. And tonight, Lawless looking to reclaim lost gold as he challenges the current HKW Apocalypse Champion, the Enigma Sid. Of course, the rules of an Apocalypse Championship match are simple. No disqualification, weapons not only welcome but encouraged, and falls count anywhere. In addition, anyone can enter the Apocalypse Championship match as long as they get down to the ring before the opening bell. Interesting to see if anyone decides to take advantage of that tonight, as the All-American Badass stands confidently in the ring. It's Aaron Bronson! Aaron Bronson is back! Aaron Bronson, the HKW's ultimate opportunist, showing up here on HKW Wednesday night. He has been out with injury for 6 months, and out of nowhere, Aaron Bronson showing up here tonight on HKW Wednesday night.
From Battle Creek, Michigan, weighing in at 224 pounds.
The HKW Apocalypse Championship match just got a hell of a lot more interesting as the returning Aaron Bronson coming out of nowhere here and going to challenge that man, the Enigma Sid, for the gold strapped around his waist. Jeff Lawless looks absolutely stunned. I am stunned. Aaron Bronson returning out of nowhere. Of course, Bronson, a former tag team champion alongside the Archangel Brian Mead, member of Forever, former internet champion, and of course, the man that holds the ultimate opportunity, the ability to challenge for the HKW World Heavyweight Championship at any time he desires. This one's not about the HKW World Heavyweight Championship. This one is about the Apocalypse Championship. And it is on the line right here. Jeff Lawless, Aaron Bronson, and Sid. And here we go. This match is officially underway. Jeff Lawless quickly ducking out of the ring. He doesn't want any part of the returning Aaron Bronson. Sid not afraid to get into the fray with Bronson. These two men, of course, knowing each other very well and for a long time. Bronson getting the better of Sid on this exchange, and now Lawless taking the sneaky and underhanded opportunity to sneak up behind Bronson. But Bronson leveling Lawless with a drop kick to the head. Aaron Bronson making his shocking return here tonight on HKW Wednesday night. Former tag team champion, member of the Guardians alongside Archangel Brian Mead, former Apocalypse internet champion, hoping to be an Apocalypse champion here tonight. And he could do so if he's able to put away Sid and Jeff Lawless. Sid blocking the shot from Bronson on the ropes, and just reversal after reversal between these three men. Now finally Bronson finding himself rolling out to the outside as Jeff Lawless and Sid on the inside doing battle. The All-American badass Jeff Lawless with a big right hand into the face of Sid, but Sid reversal, getting back to his feet, heading outside the ring. And I think Sid likes the idea that Aaron Bronson had, looking under the ring for his own weapon, trying to take Bronson out with the kendo stick, but Bronson taking the weapon away from the Enigma, and instead it is Aaron Air Bronson putting down his opponents here tonight with that kendo stick, setting up a table in the ring now. Sid into the corner, set up on the top rope. Lawless possibly looking to stop whatever Aaron Bronson had planned, but Bronson Sid trying to stop Bronson as well. Instead going to get rolled up here, and Bronson able to get the near fall on Sid. Not able to connect with the drop kick, however. And Jeff Lawless now going to drop down Sid. Another cover pinfall attempt there by Aaron Air Bronson. Jeff Lawless ducking behind Bronson and dropping down the former Untouchable with the DDT. Once again, Aaron Bronson looking for the cover. Not able to come up with anything, and is now going to toss Jeff Lawless into the corner. Lawless placed up onto the top rope. Aaron Air Bronson bringing Jeff Lawless down and on top of that table. Sid jumping outside the ring and coming back in with a sledgehammer this time. But Aaron Bronson right there to meet HKW Apocalypse Champion with the kendo stick. And now Aaron Bronson poised in the corner, but going to get taken down by Lawless. Lawless diving on top of Aaron Air Bronson before he can hit that patented flipping DDT of his. Bronson shot to the gut on Lawless, but Lawless shoving Bronson off to the side. Jeff Lawless cutting off Aaron Air Bronson at every possible turn. And now with Bronson high up in the air, he's going to bring him down with the AK-47. We have seen Lawless use that move to put away so many opponents in the past. And now the ring rust may be showing for Aaron Air Bronson, who is making his return tonight, shockingly, after 6 months away from the ring. Aaron Bronson tossing Sid over the top rope, but Sid right hand into the face of Bronson brings Bronson into a bit of a groggy state, and Sid able to climb back into the ring, landing the Northern Lights suplex on Sid. Lawless putting Sid down, and near fall attempt this time for Jeff Lawless. Meanwhile, Aaron Bronson slowly getting back to his feet, tossing Lawless into the ropes. Lawless sending Bronson into the ropes this time, missing the shot he was looking for, but not missing the suplex that drops Aaron Air Bronson down. Bronson going to roll to the outside. Lawless turning his attention back now to the HKW Apocalypse Champion, Sid, flinging Sid throat first off the top rope. Sid ducking underneath Jeff Lawless, coming away with a clothesline, and now the Apocalypse Champion taking control back in this matchup. Measuring up, Jeff Lawless, kick to the gut on Lawless, and now Sid has Lawless, and an Enigma driver taking down the All-American Badass quickly. Aaron Air Bronson jumping back in the ring, and he's got himself a ladder. Lawless, big elbow into the head of Aaron Bronson, hoisting Bronson high up top, and Bronson falling about 7 feet, flat facing right there on the ground. Sid picking back up the sledgehammer, shots to the body of the All-American Badass, Jeff Lawless. Lawless running over Sid with a shoulder block in response. Lawless looking for the pinfall attempt, but Aaron Bronson right there to block the shot, and now Bronson measuring up Jeff Lawless and rolling up Lawless. 2, and Lawless just barely able to escape the pinfall attempt. Sling Blade putting down Sid. And Bronson, whoa! Bronson with a phenomenal combination there to Sid. Lawless looking for the AK-47, but getting caught, and Aaron Bronson bringing down the Cash Corporation member, Jeff Lawless. Sid fighting his way just to stay inside the ring in this matchup. Kick to the gut and a DDT, dropping down Aaron Air Bronson. Jeff Lawless grabbing a hold of Sid from behind. And now Lawless tossing Bronson into the ropes, drop kick into the face on Bronson. And a neck breaker, bringing down the returning Aaron Air Bronson. Here is a cover by Jeff Lawless. 1, 2, and only 2, as Aaron Air Bronson once again kicking the shoulder off the mat. Sid back into the ring, saving the day, at least for his own championship there. Lawless showing off the strength in those quads as he flexes the suplex, and Aaron Air Bronson up and down. Sid being brought down now. This might be Jeff Lawless's opportunity. This might be exactly what Lawless needed in order to capture the HKW Apocalypse Championship here tonight. Sid back to his feet, being brought there by Aaron Air Bronson. Bronson, small package on Jeff Lawless. And Lawless just barely beating the count. Aaron Bronson, almost a Matrix style move there, getting out of the way of Jeff Lawless, tossing Sid into the corner. And Sid catches the drop kick from Aaron Air Bronson. Lawless back to his feet now. Shot to the gut on Bronson. Bronson answering with a shot of his own. Lawless just can't seem to get his hands on Aaron Air Bronson here tonight. And now Bronson climbing up to the top rope. And dropping a huge leg drop across the throat of Jeff Lawless is Aaron Bronson. Sling Blade taking down Sid. Lawless looks to be unconscious here. Crawling back to his feet. Acid Rain taking down Sid. Aaron Bronson with an Acid Rain to Jeff Lawless. Both men dropped by Acid Rain. Here's a cover now on Lawless. 1, 2, 3. That's gonna do it. Aaron Bronson returning to HKW Wednesday night with a huge victory and a championship to boot. Ladies and gentlemen, Aaron Bronson is the new HKW Apocalypse champion in his return match, first match back in 6 months. Huge congratulations to Aaron Bronson, proving why he is Mr. Ultimate Opportunity. We have more amazing HKW action on the way for you. Ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned. And welcome back, Aaron Bronson. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to shift gears here and step into the HKW Women's Division for tag team action. And heading out to the ring, when it comes to teams in the HKW Women's Division, there is none tougher than the Valkyries. April Meade being escorted to the ring by Libby Shea and Stacey Starr. These three ladies absolutely dominated the entirety of the HKW's Women's Division for months. Until finally, at All In out in Chicago, Mel shocking everyone, cashing in the HKW Ultimate Opportunity on April Meade and bringing home the HKW Women's Championship. That championship just recently taken away from Mel and now residing around the waist of the current HKW Women's Champion, the Goddess of Gwenplex City, and April's tag team partner here tonight on HKW Wednesday night. Of course, I'm talking about Miss Gwendolyn Hentz. Gwen brought the entire HKW Women's Division to a screeching halt over the last month, attacking literally anyone and everyone until she was granted an opportunity at the HKW Women's Championship in a match that, well, quite frankly, Devin Victoria had earned with a victory over Gwendolyn Hentz. The title around the waist of Gwen not sitting well with many of the women in the HKW Women's Division.
And their opponents, first,
chief among them, the beautiful and dangerous Mel, former HKW Women's Champion. Has to believe that Mel is just biding her time, waiting for another shot at title gold. And how long can Gwendolyn Hentz hold on to the Women's Championship when she has that target painted on her back. For women like Mel or that lady right there, the Rainbow Warrior, Devin Victoria. Devin, of course, a long-time favorite here in the HKW. Long-time favorite of the fans, but never a HKW Women's Champion in her 2 years here in the HKW. Never been able to accomplish that. Thought that it was finally going to be her time at HKW Brimstone. But in fact, it was Gwendolyn Tense coming away as the HKW Women's Champion. And now this one's going to start off with Mel and April Meade. Of course, Mel and April, as I mentioned before, know each other very well. All four of these women, in fact, know each other extremely well. The only difference between the four of them is Gwendolyn Tense and never having been the HKW Women's Champion. April Meade starting things off in control here on Mel and looking to tag in Gwendolyn Tense, but Mel, with all the power that she can muster, fighting her way out of the corner now, and as she drills the foot into the back of April, April back to her feet, but just can't seem to get anything going against this powerhouse. And now Mel going to tag in the Rainbow Warrior and Devin Victoria. Shot to the gut on April Meade, picking her up and slamming her back first into the top turnbuckle. April now getting a hold of Devin and a lariat into the corner, taking down the Rainbow Warrior before April's going to tag in Gwendolyn Tense. Gwen hopping up to the top rope and diving down. Huge body splash coming crashing down on the body of Devin Victoria. Devin going to get tossed back into the ring. And the Valkyries looking on here as Gwendolyn Tense picking up Devin Victoria and hanging her out to dry. Modified stun gun there by Gwendolyn Tense. Gwen putting down Devin Victoria, right hand into the face of Mel. Hurricanrana this time, dropping the Rainbow Warrior right on her head. And as you see the Valkyries out there ringside, you see this display of, well, I mean, rather good teamwork on the part of April Meade and Gwendolyn Tense. You know, you have to wonder, what is it going to take for the women of the HKW's women's division in order to fight back against some of these ladies who have become very well organized and have become quite ruthless when it comes to getting what they want. Devin Victoria now going to tag in Mel. Mel immediately met by a rising knee from April Meade. April tossing Mel into the corner. multiple shots into the midsection on Mel. Every time that you think that Devin and Mel are going to start pulling away, April and Gwen shut it down. These women so well versed inside the squared circle. They know exactly what it takes to claim victory and what it takes to be a HKW Women's Champion. Gwendolyn, multiple-time champion, including the current champion, April, multi-time champion herself, and a powerbomb, dropping Mel flat on her back. And now Devin Victoria, the victim of a right hand from Gwendolyn Tense. Mel able to drop down Gwendolyn Tense. And now here's a cover on Gwen. And Gwen biting the shoulder off the mat. Mel scooping up Gwen. And dropping Gwen head first down onto the mat. That could do it. Gwen could be in big trouble here. And it is Mel putting down Gwendolyn Tense alongside Devin Victoria. The Valkyries in a state of shock as HKW Women's Champion. Getting pinned here tonight at the hands of the former champion, Mel. And just like that, Mel and the Rainbow Warrior picking up the victory. Congratulations to Devin Victoria and Mel. Stay tuned, more qualifying action for that HKW World Heavyweight Championship tourney coming up next. Alright folks, so we are getting ready to find out who will be the next man to be entering the HKW World Heavyweight Championship Tournament at HKW Pure Bedlam on November 18th. And heading out here first, he is the Envoy of Justice, the one-man army, and one of the men who was in the ring contending for the World Heavyweight Championship just a little over a week ago at HKW Brimstone. He is the Outlaw. Big opportunity here tonight for the Outlaw. Set himself up for a shot at the HKW World Heavyweight Championship. Earlier tonight, we saw Cameron Logan Lionhunter join Andre Splinter, Mike James, Danny Brewington, and Xander Shaw as the men who have qualified for that World Heavyweight Championship tournament at Pure Bedlam. Later on tonight, Evan Jones is going to have his chance to qualify. All he's going to have to do is defeat the Money Man, Terrell Jackson, inside a steel cage. Terrell Jackson, you know, he would love to move on, get the shot at the World Heavyweight Championship. One of those two men going to do so inside a steel cage later on tonight. That is our main event. Of course, here right now we have Kareem Adams and the Outlaw in the ring. This is a tables match. Only way to win, to put your opponent through a table. Kareem Adams dropping down to the outside, and the Outlaw giving chase now to the big man on the outside, and Kareem catching hold of the Outlaw and drilling the Outlaw chest first with that clothesline. The Outlaw, not exactly a small guy himself, going to toss Kareem around the outside of the ring, elbow drop into the back of the head of Kareem Adams. And Kareem sent hurtling into those steel steps. Now Outlaw grabbing a hold of those steps, going to use them to his advantage. Clubbing blows into the chest of Kareem Adams. Now the Outlaw with a steel chair into the head of Kareem Adams. Again, this one is a tables match. No disqualifications here. Of course, the idea is not to use stairs or chairs, but instead to use tables. And try telling that to the Outlaw, who is going to work here on Kareem Adams. And with the multitude of hardware that the Outlaw has been using, it almost looks like that Apocalypse Championship match we had here just a few moments ago. Kareem Adams grabbing a hold of the Outlaw, coming up behind, but the Outlaw keeping his hands, well, keeping Kareem Adams' hands off of him, at least momentarily, before being sent over the top rope by the monstrous Kareem Adams, and Adams getting dropped with a clothesline now. And the Outlaw getting underneath the ring and looking for the table. And the table colliding there with Kareem Adams. Outlaw looking to pick up Kareem, but Kareem just a bit too big for the Outlaw to muster over. Instead, Outlaw going to drop Kareem down with the DDT. Outlaw wisely staying on top of one half of the Kaiju connection in Kareem Adams. Have to be careful about a man the size of Kareem. He's so dangerous. Gets his hands on you. And a pop-up powerbomb now, putting down Kareem Adams. And the Outlaw sending Kareem hurtling towards that table. Kareem's gut smashing right across the table. And now the Outlaw with a pop-up powerbomb, dropping Kareem through the table, and the Outlaw has qualified for the HKW World Heavyweight Championship tournament. The one-man army could be the one man to march his way through 7 others at HKW Pure Bedlam on November the 18th.
Here is your winner.
After picking up the win here tonight on Kareem Adams, sending him hurtling through that table. And now the Outlaw dropping down to the outside and continuing the assault on Kareem Adams with the steel chair. This is completely unnecessary by the Outlaw. And now Outlaw with another pop-up powerbomb to Kareem Adams. And following it up with a spine buster. This is despicable by the Outlaw. The competition here in the HKW has been fast and furious, and this next match going to be absolutely no exception. This is going to be the 8-man over the top rope battle royal, with the winner moving on to the HKW World Heavyweight Championship tournament. And heading out to the ring first, he is the White Tiger, Taka Hawaii Taga. One of the most stunning visual displays here in the HKW. Taka's going to have to do more than be visually impressive. He hopes to win here tonight in this 8-man over the top rope battle royal. Taka has been amassing a good number of wins and quite the fan following here in the HKW, coming to the aid of Ricky Brewington on a number of occasions. Taka certainly looks prepared for this battle royal here tonight. Hard to get mentally prepared for a battle royal. You're going to have to be watching for attacks from every corner. They can come from in front, from behind. And with the plethora of superstars in the ring, going to be hard for anyone to anticipate what is coming next. On his way out to the ring, the Dark Clown of the HKW, Tristan.
Pull it out, snap it in. Let me begin. Cut under the chin. Fresh out the loony bin. You don't want me to act up. Punk better back up. Swinging my axe. Everybody gets stacked up. Get up, stand up. Bloody in my hands up. Kicking to the feeling. Here come a wig peeling. I can chop a hater up. Even though
for all the clowning around Tristan does, he is no joke inside the ring. One of the most dangerous and devastating superstars here in the HKW, longtime member of the Untouchables. That grin could mean trouble for Taka Hawaii Taga and the other 7 superstars inside the squared circle here tonight on HKW Wednesday night. Next to join the fray, we saw him earlier tonight when he attacked Cameron Logan Lionhunter in Cameron's qualifying match for the HKW World Heavyweight Championship tournament. Aaron Wolf, this newcomer to the HKW, no stranger to a wrestling ring. He has been all over the world amassing championships, and now landing here in the HKW. I'm looking to go after a HKW's biggest prize, the World Heavyweight Championship. Right out the gate, he could get that opportunity too. Victory here tonight would put him just a couple of matches away from capturing HKW World Heavyweight Championship at HKW Pure Bedlam on November the 18th. November the 18th, also going to see that 4-on-4 Survivor Tag match. Team Quintessential taking on Team Cash Corporation. Donald Cash entrusting the creation of his team to the mastermind, Marcus Scorpio. Scorpio has done a good amount of damage every time that he has put a team together, thinking 10 steps ahead. Of course, Christopher Chaos named as Quintessentials. As Quintessentials team captain, and Chaos already choosing his first teammate, Archangel Brian Mead, those two former tag team champions. Archangel, an excellent choice for Christopher Chaos. The Monster Jason waiting in the ring. And the Ravager Kyle Williams coming out here to join this battle royal. Ravager, another one of these guys who has traveled all over the world. Legendary career of the Ravager, before finally selling out to the Cash Corporation. A lot of people questioning the new attitude of the Ravager, Kyle Williams, aligning himself with Xander Shaw, Terrell Jackson, Danny Brewington, Jeff Lawless, and of course, Donald Cash. Adam Duke now heading down to the ring. Duke, a former KZW champion, former HKW Apocalypse champion. It wasn't so long ago that Michael James was accusing Adam Duke of being the masked man, the Void. But the Cowboy Freak has one goal here tonight on HKW Wednesday night, and that is to go home with a W and a place in the HKW World Heavyweight Championship Tournament. Duke has felt for a long time that he has been deserving of a World Heavyweight title shot, and he could earn it. First step going to be to survive this battle royal. Ricky Brewington coming out now. This battle royal, of course, Brewington's brother has already qualified. Danny Brewington and Michael James, the successful team in that triple threat tag team match this past Friday on HKW Friday Night Frenzy. And Brewington staring around the ring. He's got the monster Jason out there. He's got Taka Hawaii Taga out there. Both guys who Brewington has forged a bit of a friendship with. But here tonight in this Battle Royal, there are no friends. It is going to be every man for themselves, trying to throw one another over the top rope. And if both of your feet hit the floor, that is it for you. You're going to head to the back. And the last man standing will move on to that World Heavyweight Championship tournament. And now the gentleman, Drew Geddes, looking to join the fight. Drew, longtime tag team wrestler alongside Ray Hole, recently leaving behind Ray and adopting this much more arrogant, ruthless, and cunning persona. Drew, a former internet champion, a former tag team champion, love to add world heavyweight champion to that list. And right out the gate we have Taka Hawaii Taga looking to eliminate the Ravager Kyle Williams. Tristan squaring off with the monster, Jason. Now Jason turning his attention to the newcomer, Aaron Wolf, who until just then seemed to be content to be doing battle with Adam Duke. Now Tristan turning his attention to Duke. Will be the first man sent over the top rope and down to the floor. Tristan working on Duke on the ropes, but to no avail. Tristan now rolling underneath the bottom rope and hoping to get himself a bit of a breather. Instead going to be met by Aaron Wolf. Interesting to get Cameron Logan Lionhunter's opinion on Aaron Wolf here in this matchup. And does he want Wolf in the match, in the tournament alongside him? Or is he hoping for Wolf to get eliminated here tonight? We've already seen our first two eliminations as Tristan and, surprisingly, the monster Jason have been taken out in rapid succession. The gentleman Drew Geddes and Aaron Wolf working together on Taka Hawaii Taga. And Ricky Brewington now, Drew Geddes turning his attention to Wolf, trying to toss the newcomer over the top rope. Wolf fighting out of the corner and immediately met by the exile Ricky Brewington. Drew Geddes on the attack as Taka Huayataga could be the next man to be eliminated. No, in fact, it's Aaron Wolf. Taka Huayataga, though, set right down alongside him. We are down to our final 4, and one of these 4 men will move on to the HKW World Heavyweight Championship Tournament. The Ravager, Kyle Williams, laying down Ricky Brewington with a powerful clothesline. Brewington picking up Williams and gonna try and toss Williams over the top rope. Meanwhile, Adam Duke and Drew Geddes working to get to their feet. Kyle able to save himself, looking for the backhanded punch there, blocked by Brewington. Gets the double underhook, and now Brewington alongside Adam Duke working to eliminate Drew Geddes. Drew fighting his way back inside the ring. Big right hand there to Adam Duke, while Ricky Brewington keeping on the offensive with the gentleman Drew Geddes. Adam Duke turning his attention to Kyle Williams, the Ravager, being picked up by his hair. He's been busted open here, and answering back with a knife edge chop kick to the midsection and dropping down Adam Duke. Gut to the shoulder, not a good position for the Cowboy Freak, Adam Duke. We're down to 4 men. Make that 3 as Ricky Brewington, the Exile, tossing the Cowboy Freak over the top rope. Kyle Williams gonna send gentleman Drew Geddes out, and now Williams turning his attention to Ricky Brewington and dropping Brewington with a big power slam. The Ravager and Ricky Brewington, the last 2 men in this battle royal. One of them will move on to the HKW World Heavyweight Championship Tournament. Reversal with a fireman's carry by Kyle Williams, scooping up Brewington, dropping Brewington down onto his knees, and the Exile looks to be in trouble here. Williams picking up Brewington. Brewington hanging on for dear life and able to hold on to that bottom rope, but Williams with the boot into the chest of Brewington. Can Brewington fight his way back into the ring? Elbow into the shin of the Ravager, and now it's Ricky Brewington back on the offensive. Arm caught by Kyle Williams. Williams from behind and dropping Kyle dropping Ricky with the Sambo suplex. Huge slam to Ricky Brewington, but Brewington back to his feet. Brewington picking up Kyle. Kyle with shots to the gut and stopping his own elimination. And now hoisting Brewington over the top rope, and just like that, the Ravager will move on to the HKW World Heavyweight Title Tournament. There is only one spot left in the tournament brackets after Kyle Williams successfully winning this 8-man over the top rope battle royal here tonight. Team Cash versus Team Quintessential at HKW Pure Bedlam. Question is, who will be on both of those teams? We do know that Christopher Chaos and the Archangel will be working. Oh my gosh! Ladies and gentlemen, the band is back together forever. Aaron Bronson making his shocking return here tonight, winning the HKW Apocalypse Championship, coming out here alongside the Archangel Brian Mead, Christopher Chaos, and the great one, Evan Jones. Angel and Chaos going to be in action here tonight. So great to see these friends back together again. And at this point, great to see Christopher Chaos inside an HKW ring, period. After his loss last week, we thought that he'd been fired, that we wouldn't see Christopher Chaos ever again. Brought back on a 4-week contract that can only be extended if his team is victorious at HKW Pure Bedlam. In their way tonight, Xander Shaw and Danny Brewington, both men who have qualified for the HKW World Heavyweight Championship tournament. Of course, last week, Xander Shaw, I honestly thought that the Archangel had Shaw's number. He had dropped him down with the broken wings, was going for the pinfall, when all of a sudden, the Void coming out of nowhere and attacking Xander Shaw, leading to a disqualification and Shaw being awarded the victory. Archangel effectively getting screwed out of a shot at the HKW World Heavyweight Championship. Nevertheless, he is now on the team of Quintessential and Christopher Chaos, heading into Pure Bedlam, and Danny Brewington getting the tag in from Xander Shaw. Chaos, multiple-time World Heavyweight Champion. As a matter of fact, he was the Heavyweight Champion right up until he was unceremoniously fired by Donald Cash following the finish of his series with Xander Shaw. Just days, in fact, after winning the HKW Championship. And now Chaos tagged back in to longtime best friend, the Archangel Brian Mead, who takes to the top rope. Brewington looking to cut off the Archangel. Angel picking up Brewington, but Brewington just a Goliath of a man, dropping all of his weight down onto the chest of the Archangel, who now finds himself rolling to the outside for safety. Christopher Chaos set to the outside at the hands of Brewington. Archangel coming in from behind, and now Angel able to drop down Brewington. Xander Shaw catching a right hand to the face from the Archangel. And Angel doing everything he can to try and chop down this big man, Danny Brewington, but Brewington is every bit as huge as that name Goliath would imply. Gorilla press slam to the Archangel with ease. One half of the standards of greatness being laid out here at the hands of the Goliath, Danny Brewington, and now Xander Shaw happy to come in and pick up the scraps and a power slam into the pinfall predicament, able to get Xander Shaw the near fall as the Archangel does what he can. Just getting his head and neck stretched by Xander Shaw, but roaring back to his feet is the Archangel. Short arm clothesline to Xander Shaw, and now a little trash talk to Danny Brewington. Archangel heading up to the top rope. Shaw slowly back to his feet, and Angel diving down with an elbow to the back of the head of Xander Shaw. Shaw picked up and dropped right back on the back of his head with that reverse DDT. We have seen that from the Archangel on numerous occasions. Now Angel with Shaw planted on top of the barricade and spinning around with the leg drop. Continued assault to the back of the head of Xander Shaw, while Evan Jones, tag team partner of the Archangel, looks on alongside Aaron Air Bronson, the HKW Apocalypse champion. Backdrop taking down Xander Shaw. Back elbow into the face of the Archangel. Angel catching Shaw and once again dropping down. The lead of the Cash Corporation. Xander Shaw put down to the outside, Angel tagging in. Shaw's nemesis, his arch rival, Christopher Chaos. Shaw diving in at Chaos. Chaos saw Shaw coming, easily sidestepping Xander Shaw, but Xander Shaw catching the head of Christopher Chaos and dropping down the Madman with a DDT. Beautiful counter by Xander Shaw. Going to take a page out of the Archangel's playbook. Up to the top rope. But gazing at the Archangel for too long is Xander Shaw, and getting caught in a backdrop. Tag in to Danny Brewington, the Goliath. Into the ring, caught by the Madman, Christopher Chaos. Laying in the boot to Danny Brewington. Every time Brewington looks for that right hand, he gets cut off by Chaos, and a pile driver. Spiking the head of Brewington. Chaos gonna bring in Xander Shaw. Danny Brewington getting cut with that Chaos driver. And just able to escape is Danny Brewington. The Goliath of the Cash Corporation hurled over the top rope, while Xander Shaw getting the shot in on Christopher Chaos. Chaos gonna bring Xander Shaw into the ring. Danny Brewington coming to the aid of his Cash Corporation co-worker, associate, and tag team partner here tonight. Brewington taking back control. Chaos not able to focus on the task at hand. So all he can think about is getting revenge on the man who got him fired, Xander Shaw, and this might cost him and the Archangel here tonight. And Danny Brewington caught Chaos Theory out of nowhere to Danny Brewington. And again, Brewington able to kick out despite the huge attack by Christopher Chaos. Archangel telling Chris to come tag him in. Of course, Angel a bit more versed in tag team formats. One half of the HKW Tag Team Champion and has been with every man that he came down to the ring with here tonight. Archangel, fist to Danny Brewington, but Brewington catching the arm in this giant Danny Brewington, putting a stop to Angel and dropping Angel face first down to the mat. Angel could be in serious trouble here tonight. This Goliath, Danny Brewington, going to work on one half of the Standards of Greatness, the Archangel Brian Meade. Xander Shaw giving instructions to Brewington. Almost scary to think about what these guys could have planned next. And Brewington lifting Angel up into that submission hold, that bear hug. But Angel, elbow shots down into the clavicle of Danny Brewington, able to escape the hold and dropping Brewington down with the reverse DDT. Angel heading up to the top rope. Fall from grace, frog splash. The fall from grace, frog splash. Down onto the body of Danny Brewington. Archangel doesn't seem sure that would be enough, and instead gonna pick Brewington up, and broken wings now to the Goliath. 1, 2, 3, and that's gonna do it. Christopher Chaos, the Archangel, picking up the win here tonight on HKW Wednesday night. Xander Shaw just not able to get to Danny Brewington in time. Incredible when you think about just what it took to take Brewington out of this fight. A Chaos Driver, a Chaos Theory, a fall from grace frog splash, a reverse DDT, and finally a broken wings. And Christopher Chaos has to feel confident in the choice of his best friend, the Archangel, heading in to pure bedlam, where Chaos's career is on the line. Seven of the 8 spots in the HKW World Heavyweight Championship match have been filled. There is 1 spot remaining, and by the end of this match we will know who that spot belongs to. If you ask him, it already belongs I'm talking about Tyrell Jackson, current HKW Internet Champion, making his way down to the ring here. Money Man boasting a very impressive win-loss record here in the HKW. Proudly carrying the Internet Championship around his waist. And should Tyrell Jackson win, that would place the odds very firmly in favor of the Cash Corporation walking out of pure bedlam with the HKW World Heavyweight Championship. Christopher Chaos, Danny Brewington, and the Ravager Kyle Williams all qualifying for that 8-man World Heavyweight Championship tournament that will crown a new champion at Pure Bedlam. This man is not going to make it easy for Tyrell. He is one half of the HKW Tag Team Champions. The great one, Evan Jones.
It's something that truly exists. And it's very
Jones and Tyrell going to be locked inside the steel cage here tonight. First man able to escape and get both feet on the floor. Going to be declared the victor here tonight on HKW Wednesday night. Archangel with some strong words of encouragement for his tag team partner heading into this match, saying on social media that Evan Jones, his best friend, the best tag team partner he could ever hope for, and the best hope for the HKW when it comes to the World Heavyweight Championship tournament and Pure Bedlam. Tyrell Jackson starting things off, catching hold of the great one, Evan Jones. And Jones so far unable to put down Tyrell Jackson, the money man, with a size advantage here over Evan Jones. Evan trying to get to his feet. And now, big slam to the side of the knee of Tyrell Jackson and bringing Jackson down hard off the side of the cage is the great one, Evan Jones. Jones looking for a drop kick in the corner, not able to connect, but landing the discus punch. Tyrell Jackson answering back with the right forearm. Irish whip by Evan Jones, and now flying his entire body into that of the HKW Internet Champion, Tyrell Jackson. Evan leaping off the middle turnbuckle now. Following it up with a kick to the midsection. Has Tyrell Jackson up and power bombing down. The money man is the great one, Evan Jones. And now Jones hurling the body of the HKW Internet Champion into the side of the cage wall. Evan Jones staying on top of Tyrell Jackson. Smart move here. Not wanting to give up the advantage, and German suplex to Tyrell Jackson off the top rope. Incredible attack here by the great one, Evan Jones, here tonight. And Evan staying on the offensive. Multiple German suplexes now to Terrell Jackson from Evan Jones. The barrage of suplexes taking down the money man. Terrell now going to get tossed into the ropes and hoisted high overhead. Evan trying to climb his way out. Caught by Terrell. And now it's Evan being brought down face first. Not a good position for the Great One, who battles back to his feet, only to get run over by Terrell Jackson. Evan off the ropes, backdrop to the Great One. The Money Man in control here, and a spine buster now, bringing down Evan Jones. Terrell Jackson bringing Jones down hard, center of the ring. Things not looking good for Evan Jones. Jones battling back. Clubbing blow to the back of Evan Jones. And Jones springing back to his feet and diving over the top of Terrell Jackson. What an effort put forth here tonight by Evan Jones. Jones running over Terrell Jackson. The Great One looking so impressive here tonight. But will it be enough to stop the Money Man, Terrell Jackson? Evan Jones hoisting Jackson up onto his shoulder and slamming Jackson through the side of the cage wall. My God! Evan Jones has destroyed Terrell Jackson, and now gonna walk down the side of the cage, and that's gonna do it. Evan Jones claiming victory here tonight on HKW Wednesday night.
The godlike feature that only the special among us will ever taste. You know, it's something that truly exists in all of us. It's very simple. This is what I believe, and I'm willing to die for it. Yeah. Period.
I came from the bottom, but I'm coming to the top. Like the test of your will, how much faith do you got? Your foot's on the line, will you ever take a shot and score the game? Winning points when it's zeros to clock. I've came to find that life's a test, there's no cheating either. Just work and stress. If no money's provided, you're eating less. Bills on the table and pain in your chest. You promise you'll pay for the things that you can't.